next day, James was still sleeping. Last night he was dreaming of the magic wish Santa fairy. He dreamed about it and it gave him the same tender. And when he woke, he was still sleeping and the other engines were all ready to work. Toby, the next day, when it was that day, Toby was going so slow. But when he heard the bell ring, it surprised him and jumped in the air, and he landed on the ground, went on top of the mountain. Then when he went down, he went so fast, it made a turn and he almost fell down. But he fell down to the water and never seen again. When James was still sleeping for 15 minutes until he slept for 20 minutes, until 100 minutes. Then, when it was daytime, he woke up, and his dream came true. It was a tender. All the edges were coming to sleep, except Thomas was already asleep. The other engines went so fast to hardly sleep. They went there. James's wish came true. So the gnat was looking at Thomas for 15 hours. That night, he saw the helicopter and the airplane fighting with the bullets. It was so nighttime he could barely see it. But it was so big, and it blasted a big fire bullet at the helicopter, and it exploded down the ground somewhere on top of the mountain. And then the airplane lost its sight, and it hit the rock, and it made a fiery green blink. Look at my shoe, okay? See? And then it blasted off to the air and to the water. It was never seen again. When Sir Tom and Hat saw that, he was getting a little sleepy. He thought the tunnel of the mountain was his house. So he went inside, and he ate the rocks for his dinner. They didn't taste so good, so he spit it out and threw it up. And he brushed his teeth, didn't change his clothes, and went back to sleep. When James heard that noise, he woke up. And when it was sleeping, he couldn't sleep very well because of the noise. The next day, he was sleeping. The other engines went. Billy slept on top of the mountain because he didn't have a bedroom. We decided to sleep in the smoker's yard. The forgot what the engines told him about the smell in his yard. When Billy think about it, he thought it wasn't scary. So he went off with these golden hooks. Then, I think I went here first. No, I went here first. But there was a war on the other side of the world. They shoot and a blast. It fired up, and the war battle was over. All of them passed away. James was still sleeping. There was a nice guy who could drive the airplane. He was walking on top of the mountain, and he wasn't too tired, so he was just sitting down and having his lunch. When it was close to bedtime, he woke up, and the nice guy fell down, but he wasn't hurt. So he was a little strong, and he went for a walk with his friend. When James woke up, he saw the noise. So he tried to go, and pushed him out. And didn't that, the Red Trouble show was over. Two legends fell in the water. Thomas was fixed. He lost Clarabelle. He said, "Now what shall I do?" The passengers were all right under the bell. Thomas couldn't see it because it was so big. He thought the outside stuff was yellow, so he went in. Sir Toppin Hat walks in the morning and Thomas hit it. And squish squad Sir Toppin had squish squashed until his money fell out of the pocket. When he was at the hospital, he felt a little better. When it was October, when it was November, he jumped out like the gingerbread man. He was going crazy, like running like a monkey. Other people trying to chase him, or chasing him, until he jumped so far on top of the mountain. Now what should the people do? They try to jump, they hit the rocks, crying blood, and, oh yeah, cracked bones, and knocked heads, hurted ankles, twisted legs, and opened arms. Sir Toppin Hat was confused when the last person then jumped so far and fast, and it hit that, and he went to the hospital. When he fell down the water, he went to the hospital when they picked him up. It was so hard, Sir Toppin Hat flew and landed on the bell, and the bell flew for a fly, and it broke the bell, so it was not there anymore. It broke into small pieces. was wearing diapers and one finger head. It had butter on its lips and spikes on its hair. Billy was surprised to see that thing. He was so surprised that he ran for a fly. He didn't want it to fly, but it made him do. He hit the fence and flew for a fly. It was like running on the rock and fell down to the shark water. Jim was surprised, so he thought of a fight. But yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Wash! Wah! There's an old lady inside, and she thought there was a mean guy. Wah! The other guys came to see what was going on. And when it crashed, it smashed. He thought he was going to win, but he thought he was going to lose. Oh, yeah! Whoa! It took a bite on him. And Sir Top Hat was feeling no good. He had red cheeks, a hole on his back, and went to the hospital again. Oh boy.